changed hats.
Coach.
All right. Oh, just teasing. All right. Ready? All right. Thanks. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here. Of course, we're playing Sam Houston State. I don't know if many people know their head coach, Coach Keeler, Casey Keeler. He's been a head coach for 30 years. He won at Rowan. He won at Delaware. He won at Sam Houston State. Now he's taking them to Division I. He's a guy in our profession that everybody looks up to and knows well. He's an excellent football coach. Also, they played Liberty the best of anybody in our league. Was throwing in the end zone, had definitely a chance to win it from the 5-yard line. Had like 3 or 4 chances to beat Liberty at the end of the game. It was impressive, so it's going to be a tough battle for us. They're really fast and athletic on defense. And offense, they have the last 3 or 4 games, they've really played a lot better, and their quarterback looks healthy and making plays on offense now. So it's going to be a really tough contest for us. So I'll take any questions at this time.
What's the update on C.J. Christian? What's the injury and how long?
C.J. is day-to-day. He's still in concussion protocol.
During that last game, you had the Lamborghini on the sidelines. When they had an interception, and they ran and they posed the cameras in front of that. What if you have any thoughts about the opposing team like using one of your props?
Yeah, I did not even know that till you told me that. They had fun with it. We shouldn't have thrown an interception, that's what they did. So that's kind of today's world now. They see all the pro guys doing it on television, so they had their fun with it.
Late in the game, and it kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. You guys had a great goal line stand. I think they had first and goal at the 3.
Yeah, we did.
What does that say about just the fight that's in this team to put up a goal line stand?
Yeah, we have a lot of fight. Our kids keep battling. They keep playing hard. We're just making we made some mistakes early in the game, and then we've kind of shot our foot and shot ourselves in the foot a few times, definitely in the red zone. But I was really pleased with that effort and giving us a chance to hang in there, because anything could still happen. We were only down 13, and when we stopped them there on the goal line, made them kick a field goal there to only be down 13, which is still 2 scores away with some time left, gave us an opportunity. We still had some timeouts too.
With Sam Houston, they won a national title, I think, in FCS.
2020, yes.
Right.
Or 2021 spring, but it was
Right.
all that time there.
Right. And so obviously they're 0-6 this year. How hard a transition is it from all your expertise in football and watching a lot of football from that FCS to the FBS?
It is tough. I know that Jacksonville State's done a little bit better this year, but I think Jacksonville State kind of knew they were going to be doing this. They've been trying to prepare for it for a little bit longer. I think Sam Houston was a little bit more of a late thought process of doing it. You have to prepare for it and do everything. But I tell you, they are. I know this sounds like coach speak, but they are playing really well, and they should have won 2 or 3 games. They had chances to beat BYU. They lost BYU 14-0, and played really well in that game, and definitely had a great opportunity to beat Liberty, who was, right now to me, the teams we've played, they look like the best team in our league, top to bottom on all phases. So it's going to be a really tough contest for us, and they have a lot of passion for football there. They've had a lot of great players come out of there. When I coached the Cowboys, I coached a guy named Keith Davis, who was a starting safety from Sam Houston State, who started for us at the Cowboys. And so they've had a lot of pride and an excellent football program. And it's Texas, there's a lot of good football, and in the Huntsville area, there's a lot of football players in that area.
2 more for me. One, with Grayson James, is that a situation where you want to preserve his red shirt, and that's why Hayes get that time at the end of the games?
It's a combination of the two, we felt like we wanted to give Hayden a shot, and then also in the situation to see if make sure if different things happen along the way that we could preserve Grayson's red shirt if we could.
And the last one is, your kids see 0-6, despite whatever's going on in your own team, they see 0-6. And human nature is to maybe be complacent. How do you, what are you telling the guys to guard against that because they do see an 0-6 record?
Right. Yeah, you do see that, but they also watch the film and see how close they are. They notice how well they played against Liberty, how well they played against Jacksonville State, who's really good. really should have won that game too. So they're right there. Plus, we've lost 3 in a row. So there's a lot of motivation for us to do well and a lot of motivation for Sam Houston. But our kids definitely see how aggressive they are, how well they're playing, and that they're a physical, good football team. Even though they're 0-6, I know that sounds crazy, but they've played well enough to win. They could easily be 3-3 like we are. I mean 3-4, excuse me. And so they've got chances to make a lot of plays and do a lot of things. They're extremely aggressive and very physical.
Does this kind of feel like the UTEP where you think against UTEP where you said that the record doesn't speak for how good they are at Sam Houston?
Yes, I do. And we gave up some big plays in UTEP early that got us in a hole. We can't do that against Sam Houston down there. But they're both, they're physical football teams. They both have a lot of pride in their programs. And Sam Houston State, a lot of those kids has tasted some really excellent success. Some of the older kids on the football team while they've been at Sam Houston. So I know they got a lot of pride, and there's a lot of pride in their program. Of course, Coach Keeler, he's done it a lot of different places, and he'll have them excellently prepared.
And you mentioned 3 losses in a row. Just what's the message to the team to kind of bounce back?
Yeah, we're trying to get better every day, keep fighting through it. There's always, not always, but you go through hard times, and we need to find a way to fight through it and keep bound as we're trying to build this program back. And so we know that we can be better than we are, so our kids understand that, so that they have a taste of understanding what that's about and the work ethic for it. Now we just got to go prove it again on Wednesday.
And obviously, I think a nice surprise has been having Shamari, Keyone, that duo has kind of been consistent.
Right, and they ran really well Wednesday night, and we need them to run really well again. And we trust those 2 guys, the way they're running the football and how hard they're running it. And I think they feed off each other and help each other be the best they can be. And the line on our run game blocked a lot better the other night. We were staying on blocks a little bit longer, giving them a chance to see some creases, and they made people miss, and then got some good gains there. So I'm really excited about what they did, and they got to do it again.
Adrian Cole, we're going to talk to him soon.
Yep.
What have you seen from him in his development? Throughout his time here at FIU, I know he was injured, I think, early.
Yes.
Spring, and now he's
Right.
playing.
Yeah. Adrian's he's a competitor. He played last year with some hurt shoulders and played the whole year with it, and then he had them both operated on this off season, which is very unique, and fought through that. He's an excellent student. He's kind of a older guy, so to speak, with maturity level to him, and he can play multiple spots for us. And so we've been working him at corner and at safety, and his safety was like the backup to the backup, and then we've had so many injuries. He's been able to step in and play for us, and he stepped in the other night and played well, and so he'll play both safety and corner in the game, and he's helped us a lot there. Great young man, and really like him on the football team, and like the type of player he is, and no nonsense. He takes coaching. He understands it. He wants to ask questions. He's a leader. He's a vocal leader on the field. So that's very important for us.
And we didn't ask you in the game after, but just seeing the field, the good you're playing, the jersey, all in person.
Yeah, I was. What Scott Carr and Dan and Hunter and all those guys done, and Alex with everything, promoting all of it, it's really big for us. I think it was a great success as far as that part goes. The game wasn't for us, of course, at all, but overall getting our name out there and all the national exposure really helps us, and the kids love the uniforms, and all of that helps in recruiting. It really does. So we were excited about that aspect of the game for sure.
Also, guys, thank you, Coach. Did you do your little thing on the beach in one take? Your Miami Vice?
Yeah, I did it in one take. It was good. Good. I watched it enough growing up. So, matter of fact, I'll never forget when they said they were going to do that. It took me right back. We used to have our in Central Time Zone. We would have our meetings, and then our team meeting when I was playing at Vanderbilt University. We would have our team meeting at because I think it came on 9 to 10 here in Eastern Time. It came on 8 to 9 on Friday nights. So we'd have all our meetings, and then the coach would let us all break, and all the players would go to and the coaches too. We'd go to our rooms and watch Miami Vice, and then right when it ended, we'd all come walk in and have a team meeting from 9 to 9:15, 9:30, and then we'd all have our bed check. And I remember that like yesterday when they said they were going to do it. So it brought back some memories for me, and us that age can kind of remember all those different things. I mean, we watched it religiously every Friday night.
That was a dream come true to do that commercial.
Yeah, it was fun. So, all right, thank you, appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you, Coach.
Good.
John, can you take us through your injury, what happened, and how you're feeling now?
Just it got caught up on a block in the UConn game. Ended up tearing my UCL and my thumb, so I decided to get it operated on. And then at the time, I knew I was gonna miss the Liberty game, but I came back for New Mexico State, so it's pretty much healed now. And I just wear the cast for like precautionary measures.
You're right.
Right thumb.
How does it affect you when you're snapping?
No, I snap it with my left hand. I used to snap with my right hand actually, but I switched it up. So.
Just because of this injury?
No, I switched it up in the spring, and I just felt more comfortable with my left hand. So.
You guys have had some issues in pass pro. What are you doing to correct that, and what do you think is the issue? Is it a communication thing?
I wouldn't say it's a communication thing. I would say we're working our sets more to set deeper and be more firm for the quarterback. So because I feel like also when you get the quarterback hit a couple times, they're not going to want to stay in the pocket. That's just human nature. So we need to be firmer, and we need to work our kick to post sets better. We need to have better reaction time, pretty much.
I guess what's the message to the offensive line that you give as one of the guys there just after giving up back-to-back games, giving up more than 5 sacks?
Don't get the QB hit. That's our number one job. That's what we're here for. That's our goal going for the future.
And how do you kind of work on that as a team? Obviously, Walt mentioned communication.
Yeah, I would say regardless, we need to work on communication. Everybody needs to be on the same page, Like tackle to tackle, we need to be on the same page. Everybody needs to know what they're doing on the field, and that's about it.
What have you noticed about
Sam Houston, they're twitchy guys. They like moving around in the gaps, and we just need to get back on the ball, and I think we'll be good. They have talented linebackers too. They like to fly on the ball, and I feel like the record doesn't show they're a really good team, and I think we got to bring our A game.
When you look at some of the sacks that happen, I'm assuming you go back over the tape, and maybe a lot.
Yeah.
Is it you feel like a guy, maybe just one guy getting beat one-on-one, or you feel it's a lot of stunts, blitzes? What's been the pattern, if there is one?
I'd say the pattern is we have like technical breakdowns, which I feel like we have really good technique across the board, and I feel like we just need to trust our technique and trust what the almost like game plan is. Like if our quarterback's setting up at 9 yards, we need to sink back, and we need to trust like what the play call is, not just do our own thing. So pretty much we just need to be on the same page.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, John.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, John. You're up.
Your defensive back, Adrian Cole.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, Adrian. Yeah, definitely an air battle between you and John. We can hang in there. Coach was mentioning switching between corner and safety. Have you played safety before in high school or anything like that? And how difficult a transition has it been, if it has been?
Yeah, so I did play safety throughout high school and at my previous school at Syracuse. So I was pretty familiar with it, just adjusting to it in a different defensive scheme. So during the game, it wasn't hard to transition because I've been prepping for it all throughout the summer and also during fall camp and now throughout the season. So it hasn't been much of a transition challenge.
When you're playing safety, is it more run fits and be more in the run defense type thing, or what's it?
Well, yes, it's more being in the run fit, but also getting everyone lined up and getting everybody to be on one page, which is more stepping into a leadership role, getting everybody lined up and everything.
I guess as a defense, what do you think kind of went wrong against UTEP?
It's hard getting all 11 guys to do the same thing consistently, So we had our hiccups here and there, but I think we regrouped and we came back hard because they only scored 6 points from the second half to the end of the game. So that shows that we're not going to lay down. We're going to continue to fight no matter what the scoreboard says. It's a long game. We understand it's going to be ups and downs, just like how life is going to be. So you just got to keep moving forward.
Coach mentioned that you had operated on both of your shoulders. Just what was that rehab process like, coming back, getting back to game action?
When I found out my shoulders were torn, I already had it in my mind. I already been through surgery with a torn LCL before my freshman year, so I already knew what the process was going to be like. It was going to be a long process. Just got to mentally be prepared for it, mentally be strong, and that was pretty much it. Once you're mentally strong, you can overcome anything. That's my mindset with everything.
What have you noticed about St. Lucie?
They got, despite the record, they play hard, and it's not going to be an easy game. I know that sounds cliche, but every week you got to come in knowing that other teams are going to play hard, and you just got to do what's best for the team, and that's pretty much it.
Going back to the UTEP game, when you guys, as a secondary, got beat over the top, especially that 80-yarder, what happens on the sideline? Because I'm assuming that's like the worst thing that can happen to the DBs, to get beat over the top like that. What did you do to adjust? Because, like you said, after that, you did kind of shut them down after that first quarter.
Playing DB is one of the hardest positions in football. We understand that you're going to give up something, but it's you got to have a short-term memory. And before we even get to the sideline, you got an extra field goal. So if you give up something deep, all right, we got to stop this field goal. That's our mindset. We'll regroup when we get to the sideline, discuss what went wrong, go back out there in the next series and adjust. That's our mindset.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, Adrian. Great job.
Thank you, Adrian. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
How does it feel, man, just to get hit these big, 300-pound linemen? You're taking some back there.
Yeah, I'll probably say I got hit the most this year than I did in probably a couple seasons in high school, but it's okay. I can take a hit. I'm a tough cookie. But I trust my O-line. They're going to get there. They're going to get it together. It's just, first half of the season. I believe I trust them.
And life has been well documented how much winning you've done in Central in your career before here.
Mhm.
And then it started out that way too. Like, now you've got 3 losses in a row. You ever lost 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Even if you do well?
Nah, I never lost 3 games in a row playing football. I don't matter what year it was. I was at Matter. We had a losing record at Matter my 8th grade year, first year playing high school football. We didn't even go 3-0. We didn't even lose 3 games that year, but it's okay. I ain't gonna say it's something to get used to, but it's something we got to break out of. We got to get this W this week for sure. I can't go 4 losses in a row, whatever it takes.
Obviously, you got sacked 5 times against UTEP. Just looking back at the film, do you kind of think that you're kind of holding on to the ball a little bit too long?
Yeah, that play a role in it most of the time. I can't put everything on my offensive line, but at times I do hold the ball a bit too long, I can say.
What have you noticed about Sam Houston State?
Sam Houston, defensive-wise, they pretty much going to give us what we want to see. I can't say too much. They might try to adjust it, but it's going to be a fun game.
When you are holding the ball for a tick too long, is that because guys are not getting open? You're not sure what you're seeing? What's going on you when you're dropping back?
Sometimes I try to let routes develop because this week we had like more deeper routes. So sometimes you gotta let the route develop. And I like to sometimes throw a receiver open, like the one I threw to Dean. The play got hurt. Like I threw him open right there. We just didn't connect. But the route choice we was running this game, it took like some time. So the wide receivers had to get into their routes, and I had to let it develop. It just couldn't get enough time to see it through. So we had a few sacks and drops and completions.
On the interception that you threw, it just kind of felt like it just stopped running the route there.
Yeah.
What was the miscommunication there? What route were you looking for in the run there?
On the sideline, me and Coach Joe, we talked on the phone. He was telling me, when we come out, we're going to run this play. Back guy's going to run the vertical, and then that top guy, he's going to grab the safety and the first dude. So I was thinking, he was just going to run a straight go. But Chris seen the guy, he was off, and he had a chance to run back, and he ran back. But I didn't see it. I was trying to get the ball in my hands. It just miscommunication right there. That's all. We went on the same page. But we got it. We got it together.
I was wondering, your family members, anybody, what did they say about when you keep getting hit? They go, "Oh, my baby." What did they say?
Nah, they know I can take a hit. They like they said some things. I can't say it, but they said a few things. But it's all right. I told them I'm good. I'm straight. I'm always be all right. But we okay. We gonna bounce back. I told them. They were like, yeah, just trust the process. One game at a time. Don't stop believing.
You guys got anything else? No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.